So I think I have a firm grasp of how manifestation occurs. I took some time to really take some deep moments throughout my day to really reflect upon this. And as I reflected upon this, of course, I started to download information. And through this information, I've had the realization that manifestation is not a difficult thing to do, because we've been doing it for so long. We've been doing this for so long. An infinite amount of times we've been doing this. And I just realized that I have been doing this. This is something that I have toyed around in my head, but it's really hitting me. It's really soaking into my being that we've been doing this over and over and over and over and over again, an infinite amount of times. So the reason why it's hard for you to manifest the things that you truly want or you truly desire is that you can't experience anything that you never had the chance to be aware of. Or just simply put, you can't experience anything that you've never been aware of. So I want to take this a little bit deeper. A lot of times I have these conversations with my wife about how we hear so many people, including ourselves, constantly telling the same stories over and over and over again. They're just not aware of it. We're just not aware of it. But we tell ourselves these stories over and over and over again. Most of these stories are stories that have become very traumatic about our past. So we tell these stories over and over and over again to ourselves. We tell it to our family members. We tell it to our friends. We tell it to everyone all the time, but we're just not aware of it. So just pay attention to the stories that you tell yourself every single day, right? Because reality is literally a mirror. You can only reflect what you're aware of. So when you go to the mirror and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're only reflecting what you're aware of, because you've been doing it over and over again. Just think about this, and I just try to put this in the simplest way. When you wake up in the morning, most of us, we go to the bathroom, and at some point while we're in that bathroom, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. And when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we're not shocked and amazed. We're not drawn back. We're not asking ourselves, who is that? We're only experiencing a reflection of something that we've always been aware of all the time. You can't fool the mirror. You can't walk up to the mirror with an angry face and then tell the mirror, I'm happy. Because the mirror is going to reflect the truth all the time. It will always reflect the truth. Nothing but the truth. So when this comes to manifestation, if you can just grasp on the concept that you've been manifesting every single thing in your life, you've been manifesting the image that you've always been aware of, the reflection that has always been there. So if you want to manifest something, all you have to do is just simply be aware of the fact that all you have to do is remember. Because when you're telling these stories to your family members, your friends, all these stories filled with trauma, you're simply just remembering what you've already been aware of. And then you're using your mouth as a confirmation, and you're using other people's ears as a confirmation as well. Because this is all nothing but a reflection of you. So if you want to manifest something other than what you've been experiencing, the only thing you have to do is remember the thing that you want to experience. Just remember it. Well, how do I remember it? The same way that you remember all the stories that you thought happened to you, all the traumas and all those incidents that you have no problem recalling in your mind. Remember those stories the same way you remember the stories of everything that you've already experienced before. All the beautiful things that you've already experienced before, you have already experienced them. You're only doing one thing. You're just remembering when you experience it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just remember. You can't mess it up at all. Just remember and recall that experience. Oh yeah, I remember when I went to that island. Yeah, so basically we decided we want to go to this island, and then we went online, took a look at the prices for the airline tickets. We purchased those tickets for a date that made sense for us to go and experience that island feel. Whatever the case may be, just remember it. There is no difference between your imagination and what you think you're experiencing, because it's all just your imagination. It is all your imagination. You are aware of everything, all things. So just remember it.